I'm going to let you in on a little...
All right, it's 15 minutes after 7. A quick look at traffic. A disabled vehicle with the right lane blocked westbound 80 at Norwood. Traffic backed up to Watt Avenue. We go to the phone now for a visit with Dan in Sonoma. What's up, Dan?
Hey, Sean, I want to revisit the story I talked about yesterday, and that was Andrew Cuomo, former governor, disgraced governor of New York, on the hot seat this past week with Congress regarding his mishandling of COVID situations, in particular, him sending infected elderly patients back into nursing homes, which spread like wildfire, killing, countless hundreds, thousands of people, whatever. Remember those the news stories when it was brand new, when the pandemic was declared? The news cycles every single evening would go to hospitals that were just jam-packed, doctors, overloaded, nurses overloaded with too many patients. Most of that was focused in New York, and now we know why.
Yeah.
And so, again, as I said yesterday, that this is long overdue. This should have happened the day after that Cuomo put those infected elderly patients in the nursing homes, which was March 25th. That was so stupid. And it was so obviously stupid, but nobody questioned it. And, the media was touting how wonderful Cuomo was and so forth. And they wanted him to run for president as opposed to Biden. Now we know that was all a lie. And here's the thing, though. Fauci should also be on the hot seat right now, because Fauci himself said he had overseen everything. He was in constant contact with Andrew Cuomo. So he knew everything that he did. And so, and again, he was still, he got away with being the so-called, the most expert person regarding viral infections, that sort of thing. That's a lie. That's a total lie. I want this guy to cook for what he's done. I want all of them to cook, and especially Newsom, as the California Globe article points out, because that was, you think about it, that was the most totalitarian element in the nation's history. Remember the vaccine mandates, how people had lost their jobs, and you were shamed into wearing masks and taking a vaccine, all the rest of it. Mm-hmm. All that was a lie. All that was destructive, and no one has paid a price for it. And I'm still waiting for justice to be served.
Dan, you sound angry.
I am. I'm kind of ticked off this one.
You sound angrier than Trump.
Well, but before I forget,
even my wife said that. That was, she said Trump seemed angry, and I'm like, well, I'm angry too. Look what's happening to our country. We're not angry. Well, no, but it doesn't look good to be angry. Well, why?
Actually, sometimes it does when it's justified. Like right now, this is the appropriate time to be angry. And by the way, there's one other thing that is rarely mentioned, because the mainstream media seems to be really not ignoring the story so much. They want to profile it and they get rid of it. They want it to disappear, because they were also culpable regarding what happened back then. There's lawsuits against Cuomo, and I'm wondering if there's lawsuits against Gavin Newsom for the families that lost loved ones because of their direct action. Their action literally cost people's lives, and I don't know how many lives were lost with all this. But again, there needs to be severe investigation. I hope it doesn't die here with these little hearings.
I can't help thinking too. I hate being this way, Dan. I'm sure you agree, but people did lose their lives, and I can't help thinking that these people are doing this to us on purpose.
This is coordinated.
Yeah.
This was well coordinated. The media worked hand in hand with the government, and again, there are many people in this world who want to reduce the population, mm-hmm. and this is one way why not reason why, but one way to do that. Well, and so they succeeded, sadly. And I want to pay a price for that. Hey, the other story before I let you go: PG&E prices are going to be going up for everybody. The CPUC approved yet another rate hike for PG&E, 2.7%. That's about $6 a month. But the KTVU story, Channel 2, says the reason why they're doing that is to, this is what I said after the wildfires, this is about 6-7 years ago, They're seeking to recoup almost $1 billion of wildfire expenses. Again, this is all predictable. Also something that was coordinated, by the way. I still say to this day, those wildfires back in 2017, that was on purpose. That was arson. And it was also a way to get money out of you and I, which they're doing, and they're doing it incrementally. And at least KTVU, to their credit, is expressing the correct reason as to why the CPUC, which oversees everything. Any utility can't do a thing without their approval. They're more guilty than PG&E is. And I'm not the biggest fan of PG&E, but you look at the California Public Utilities Commission, that is an organization that needs to be scrapped. Those people need to be investigated and shut down.
I'm a fan of the truth, Dan. So it'd be interesting if we actually got that for once. Dan, I got to go. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, bud.